In this chapter, I will discuss environment as news. First of all, I will introduce the topic. What is the topic? Global warming, air and water pollution, overuse of fertilizers, the negative implication of use of plastic and polythene, conservation of energy and fuel resources. All these are topics of current media debate. Newspapers and magazines too are, one may say, more environment conscious than ever before. Articles and analysis explore the environmental debacle that our globe is headed towards and create awareness in the common man about environmental problems. News values. Compared to newspapers and radio television does a good job in covering environmental issues. Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel, and Animal Planet Channel are broadcasting exclusively on endangered species, wild and sea life. The national channels are regulated by law to offer environmental programs. Doordarshan, the most important channel of dissemination that reaches all over the country, has three regular programs on environment. Each of the weekly broadcasts of scientifically profound earth matters focuses on one special environmental problems targeted at educated people. That is also Earth Matters offers information on the sources, explains the consequences of the problem considered, and gives suggestion for solution by changing individual behavior. Weekly Terra Quiz, India's first environmental quiz show on television. Regarding the issue of environment awareness, media plays a vital role in spreading the true message. Along with bringing it into the hub of debates and discussions, it tries to suggest alternatives to people and policymakers. First of all, the mere awareness also creates a genuine interest to probe into the exact matter. Thus, environment awareness is one of the important issues which media presents consciously and effectively to say a few things to the people. The awareness on the environment has shown multiplicity of the results in the form different issues of livelihood rights, of displacement and rehabilitation, of sustainability, of population lead damages and its control, etc. Thus, the all pervading media has really raised the awareness on environment among people. News, media, and journalism practice. How media is covering environment and why it has become an important issue for media. Providing various information, these media help in disseminating various information for the mass. People acquire different knowledge very quickly. Providing vocational information, media help in providing vocational and professional information to a larger group of the community. Spreading awareness and civic responsibility, people can be aware of different problems of the society and their role in changing society through mass media. People know their rights and duties for the nation clearly. Educational programs in mass media help in forming suitable habit for different programs, and they utilize their leisure time in a productive way. It also influences the behavior of the people through different programs. If we talk about non-formal agency, then role of non-formal agency now in an advanced society, mass media are not treated as informal agencies of education. They are called non-formal agencies due to its wide coverage of educational items in a systematic way. It is viewed that these media can substitute the classroom teaching in future. Therefore, mass media are the main means of educating the society. These are the cheapest and quickest means of the education for the people. The impact and motivation is very quick through mass media. The teacher must use the educational media and methods effectively in the classroom. If I conclude the topic, that conclusion is awareness creation activities carried out by the media and the various anti-environmental degradation clubs and organizations that deal with environmental protection have been unsuccessful. It is noted that both urban and rural people were not well informed about the mode of destruction and protection of the environment. One of the causes of the deep rooted environmental problems in a country is a lack of awareness, which is at the very heart of the inappropriate management and utilization of environmental resources. Thus, raising the awareness of society through media is one of the strategies required for the effective realization of environmental objectives and goals. It is truly crucial to raise public awareness of environmental issues. Media's effort to sensitize the public about environment issues and its continuing central role in the struggle against the cause of environmental problems are indispensable. If I suggest some, if I give some suggestions for media, that they are a general problem in using media for education is the lack of feedback and control of the audience or readership, so that it is difficult to assess the impact of educational broadcasting. A support system that is needed for an educational message to deliver it to its target group can be offered only in few cases. The same is true for a deepening of information gained through the usage of media. For example, sharing experiences through discussions. Interestingly, only television and radio have an educational and motivational approach when dealing with environmental issues, while newspaper editors feel that their job is limited to providing their readership with information. The focus of Indian media when covering environment is definitely on local and typical Indian problems like water and air pollution, deforestation, and on the campaigns launched by Ministry of Environment and Forest, as well as government politics, while ecological problems at the global level are neglected to a great extent. It is amazing to see that people asked to brainstorm the environmental problems. They have heard about mention exactly the issues covered in Indian media, as it was revealed by the household survey conducted for this study. This fact gives strong evidence to the power of media in communicating environmental issues. It is amazing to see that people asked to brainstorm the environmental problems. They have heard about mention exactly the issues covered in Indian media, as it was revealed by the household survey conducted for this study. This fact gives strong evidence to the power of media in communicating environmental issues. People themselves seem to be convinced of the dominant role of media in creating environmental awareness anyway. More than half of the interviewees declared that the information provided by the media has been most important in making them aware of environmental problems. The problem is that media professionals assigned to do programs or reports on the environment have several other responsibilities which demand their attention and time. It is not common for journalists to specialize in more than one area or topic. The capacities of journalists are not strong enough to produce and present programs using creative techniques. The role of the media to raise the community concerns and commitment for social and environmental issue is very critical one. Awareness creation for the protection of the environment and the sustainable use of finite sources are matters that directly concern each citizen. The media can be an instrument in breaking the silence that surrounds the environmental problems and in creating an environment that encourages discussion of how the community can participate and change their behavior. However, the level of involvement of the media in the country to address the environmental challenges is only event based. The media can be an instrument in breaking the silence that surrounds the environmental problems and in creating an environment that encourages discussions of how the community can participate and change their behavior. However, the level of involvement of the media in the country to address environmental challenges is only event based. Environmental issues have not yet reached a stage where they are the media's prime agenda. The media fails to take a creative approach in producing stories about environmental protection and gives insufficient attention to environmental degradation and its consequences. The media does not seem to be in a position to create environmental awareness to the public in a given geographical area. Furthermore, the media does not give fair and optimal space and time to environmental issues.